Hello, and welcome to my second tutorial on how you can make your own card game using my webpage TonesOfTales and play it online with your friends. This time I'm going to make a small prototype of a card game called Casino. It's a quite simple game where you pick up cards on a table using cards you have on your hand. For example, if you play a king, you will pick up other kings or cards that will sum up to 13, like 8 and 5. We will make use of a new action called play card, which make it possible for you to play the cards you have on your hand. So let's get going. Add game, Casino tutorial. This is a game for 2 players, but we will allow it for 1 player because for testing purposes. Player slots is 0 because we will only use the player hand, and player hand is at the moment always 1. Table slots is slots where the cards can lay on the table, so we will allow for 15 cards at the same time. It will be more than enough, and we will not make it public because it's only a test. Okay, and as usual we will need to have we will add the standard deck to this game because that's what we will use. As you might recall from the first tutorial, this is how it looks when you do the scripting in Lua. So we will add our action first of all. If you don't remember what variables are in the action data structure, you can always check out the documentation and of the API. And here are the field names. There are 6 of those. Action ID is a unique number. Action name is the name or the type of the action, play card in our case. Target is hand. Oops, target. It's only possible to have 1 hand at the moment, so this will just be an array or object of 1. Menu text is what will be shown at the menu when you hover your pointer above the card. And we want the action to be available for all players. It will not be available all the time, only during your own turn. If you want an action that's only available for 1 player, you will make a small object like this. Player 2, etc. And we add the action to the game like this. Next thing we want to do is to shuffle our deck. We know that the deck is called deck 1. We can see it to the right here. The number is 1. And we want to set the values and the suits for this deck. Next thing we do is to place it on the first table slot. And in Lua, the first element of an array is not number 0 but number 1. And then we update the table. So let's see if this works. Choose play game, new session from your own game, and we want to allow debug tutorials, debug tools. And when your name appears in the online list, you can press start game. So yeah, everything works. The game area, the table area within the game area is quite big because there's 15 slots here, 5 times 3, and nothing in your personal area yet. Next thing is we want to deal the cards. So we'll create a small help function called draw card, which returns the first card from the deck. Please note that you have to make or access the field cards within the deck object. So if you do like this, it will show you a strange error. Okay, so deal P for player, and each player will have 4 cards. We put those cards in player's hand, like this, and afterwards we update the hand to show the changes for the player. We want to deal for all players online, although there will only be 2. So we do like this: P in iPass players, do deal. Oops. Let's try this. Just reload the page when you want to create another session. Okay, I don't. Yeah, this is an error. It's in the init script chunk, line 20, and I'm trying to call iParse. So this is a small typo. It should be pairs. This, and you will see the word is getting blue if it's a built-in function. Okay, everything's working so far. If you press play card here, nothing will happen because we haven't written any callback function yet. So that's our next thing. We will switch to onPlayAll. This is always run for all cards when they are played. So what do we want to do? I want to show a small animation when you play the card. Rotate the card a little bit for 1 second and then rotate it back. So first thing, we remove the card from the hand with the API function, and we place it on the table. First we want to change the facing, because facing is always down as a default. So we want to show the value and the suit, of course. And rotation is achievable through the position field. Rotate 45 degrees. Update table. And sleep for 1 second. So let's try this. Sure, it's working. Actually, it's not. What? No, it's correct. Sorry. And it is all right. We want, of course, position to rotate back like this. I'm gonna make this very simple version of Casino, because you will only pick up cards with exactly the same value. So we want to check all the old cards on the table, excluding the new one. So for this we actually have to remove the card again that we placed. And we know this is at the top of table slots area, which which is accessed in this way, because this sign is the same as length table slots. Okay, so remove the card again, and then we will iterate for the cards on the table. What's happening? Table slots. Now we know there's cards and also a deck on the table, so we want to make sure type is actually a card and not a deck. And then card, its value equals the card we're playing. So now we want to remove this card. Which is at position K in the array, and we break the loop. Also now, if you loop through an array like this, oh, here's another typo, and you remove an object, you have to break or get out of the loop, because this will not, since you're removing or changing the array at the same time you're accessing it, you will get mess up results. So I'm just telling. Anyway, table remove, and this card is already removed. If we did not remove, we want to place the card we played again on the table. So pick the card, we'll make a short boolean for this. Make me true, and if not played, oops, picked card, then place this again. After all this is done, we will end our turn. Okay, kind of working, right? I forgot one thing, and that is to deal. After dealing, we place 4 cards on the table too. So let's do that. Yeah, we have to make a small variable here, because we want to change the facing to up. That's a funny error. Yeah, this should be a string. If I just find little fix, up is nil, so it will be the same as write this. Okay. Still on cards here. I have to up the table too. Okay, so if I play king, it will stay on the table, and if I play ace, this will be picked up. Okay. So that's basically it, I think. I will try this with 2 players as well. So I will open a new window and log in with another user. Let's see if I create a new session here. That's very funny. I accidentally sorry, I will log in with tutorial here again. And create a new session. And join this one here. Okay. So our opponent has 4 cards, and I have 4 cards. So now I can try to play check here, and maybe I will pick up this, play king. Yeah, and so on. Okay, there will be a written version of this tutorial too on my homepage. The link will be below in the description. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.